Welcome to this Restore and Refocus class, Yoga for Athletes. Come to a comfortable seated position. We're going to place one hand on our belly and one hand on our chest and do some isolated breathing techniques. We're going to inhale through the nose and allow the belly to expand. And as you exhale, allow the belly to draw in. Now we're going to inhale, feel the chest expand. And exhale, feel the chest lower. Again, inhale through the nose and feel the belly expand. And exhale, feel the belly contract. Inhale, feel the chest lift, and exhale, feel the chest soften. Inhale into the belly as it expands. Exhale as you draw your navel in. Inhale, feel the chest expand and lift. And exhale, feel the chest soften and drop. Inhale, feel the belly expand underneath your hand. And exhale, feel the belly pull in. Inhale, feel the chest expand underneath your hand. And exhale, feel the chest soften. Now rest your hands on your knees and return to a natural breath. Notice your breathing pattern. Notice as you inhale, and when you exhale, try to soften the body a little bit more. When we work on a yoga practice, we want to focus on the breath first. The postures come second. If you're not breathing properly or not being attentive to your breath, you're just moving around, maybe just stretching. So we really want to create a nice, slow, steady, even breathing pattern that we will keep throughout this practice today. Make sure your inhalations and exhalations are steady and even. Allow the thoughts of the day to drift away, tuning into this present moment. Staying right here, right now, not letting your thoughts wander someplace or sometime else. Now inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, press the palms together, then flip the palms as you interlace your fingers. Bring your head back and look towards your hands. Continue that deep breathing, but draw the navel in towards the spine as you exhale. We want to create a nice long spine, but we also want to stretch through the shoulders, the upper back, the arms, and the wrist, also the front of the neck. So make sure your jaw is together. You're not clenching your teeth, but you are giving yourself a nice stretch from the chin into the neck and collarbone. Feeling both sits bones grounded on the earth. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the earth and place your hands over your heart, stacking one hand on top of the other. Continue to feel the breath underneath your hands. As you inhale, feel the breath moving into the chest and the back. The rib cage expands. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage contract and the chest soften. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat underneath your hands. And we're just connecting with our body before we begin. Set an intention for your practice today as you bring your hands to heart center. And then Rest your hands back down on your knees. We're going to do some gentle head rolls, so bring your chin down to your chest, stretching the back of the neck. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Take the head back, stretching through the front of the neck. Left ear to left shoulder. And then bringing that chin back to the chest. Let's do it again. Right ear, right shoulder. Head back, left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. And one more time, rolling the head around to the right. And then when you come to center, let the chin rest on the chest. Now let's reverse it. Left ear, left shoulder, head back, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. And then moving the head in circles around to the left 2 more times. Maybe notice one side of your neck is a little bit tighter than the other. That's normal, but we do want to take our time and stretch through these areas. Let's interlace the fingers. Again, flip the palms and reach up, stretching through the arms, engaging those abdominal muscles, drawing the navel in as we exhale. Bring the hands back down to the earth. Now make your way to your hands and knees. If it's too much on your knees, go ahead and grab a blanket or towel and put your knees on that blanket or towel. It'll give you a little protection. As we're here on our hands and knees, go ahead and rest the tops of your feet on the mat. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, round the back, maybe pushing the hips back a little bit. And then inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, round the back, bring the chin to the chest and push back just a little bit. And then inhale, come forward, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back, pushing the hips back, stretching through the lower back. And then we're going to inhale and come back to a neutral spine. Let's bring the knees together. We're going to extend the right leg and the left arm, inhaling and stretch. We're working a little bit of balance here. And we want to bring that belly in, trying to pull the energy in towards the core as we stretch our left arm forward, pointing those right toes. And then on your next exhale, release as you come back to the hands and knees. Take a moment, find your center, and then inhale, extend the left leg and the right arm, stretching through the fingers, stretching through the toes, and engaging your core, keeping your balance here. Stretch and reach, point those toes. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bring the hands and knee back down. Let's curl the toes under. We're going to do a toe stretch here. You're going to try to get all the pads of your toes on the mat. And then we're going to push back and drop our hips to our heels. And then push into the mat with your hands. This might be intense enough for you, but if you feel like you could go a little bit deeper, you can get a better foot stretch. Walk your hands towards your knees and then bring your hands on top of your thighs and sit on your heels. This is where we really get a good stretch in the feet that no other pose really gives us. After a few breaths stretching the feet, return to the hands and knees, walking your hands forward, point your toes, and just tap your feet on the mat, feeling the blood rushing back into those toes. Then plant your hands, curl your toes under, and make your way to a downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, we want to bring our chin to our chest. We don't want to look forward. We're making a triangle with our body and the mat. We're trying to push some weight into the legs. If it's difficult for you to ground your heels with straight legs, it's okay to bend the knees a little bit. Maybe even pump the heels, bending one knee at a time. As you gaze toward your navel, work your armpits toward your feet. Spread your fingers wide. Don't let all the weight come towards your pinkies. Rotate that weight towards the index fingers and thumbs. This is going to take some of the weight out of your shoulders and elbows. After a few breaths in downward facing dog, we're going to slowly unplug the hands and walk the hands back towards the feet until we're at a forward fold towards the back of our mat. Moving into a ragdoll position. So grab your elbows, relax your neck, and just hang here. Let the upper body be loose. Let the weight of the upper body stretch the lower back. Slowly release the arms, bringing the fingertips to the floor. Bend into your knees, lowering your hips. Look forward and bring the arms up parallel to the floor. Chair pose. As you extend your arms with your palms facing down, bring your fingers together and engage your triceps, pulling your triceps up towards the bone. Bring the belly inside and ground down through your heels. Holding here. And then inhale, come to a standing position. Keep the arms extended out in front of you. Keep the breath steady. And then on an exhale, release the arms to your sides. We're going to take that right arm and do little back strokes, nice and slow. You want to try to get that arm to graze the ear as we take 3 circles backwards with the right arm. And after 3 circles backward, we're going to reverse it and we're going to take that right arm and circle forward. This is working on the flexibility of the shoulders. If you have tight shoulders, you may need to move a little bit slower because I want you to feel what the muscle is doing in this pose. If you're going fast, it's not going to work. You have to move slowly. And then let's do the left side, taking 3 back strokes, trying to keep that arm as close to the ear as you rise it up, and then straight back, up, back, trying not to move the body, just the arm stretching through the shoulder and down. Now let's do 3 forward strokes, bringing that arm back up towards the ear and around to the front. Again, trying to graze the ear with your left arm. Moving slowly, feeling every millimeter of this pose, getting deep into the shoulders. Then release the arms down, keeping the feet hip width. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Bring the fingers together, face the palms towards each other, hands are shoulder width apart. Drop your head back and look up. Reach to the ceiling, bring the belly in, stretch between the hips and ribs, engage your kneecaps, lift the kneecaps to engage the quadriceps. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. Now let's bring the hands together and press the palms together. Press your pinkies, press your ring fingers, your middle fingers, your index fingers, and keep pressing the palms as you draw a straight line down, bringing your hands to prayer position. And put as much effort as you can as you push your palms together, bringing those forearms parallel with the floor. And then exhaling, slowly release, bringing your arms back to your sides. Now let's bring the feet together. Feet are touching. Bring your hands to your waist and extend your right foot forward, bringing your toes to the middle of your mat. Point the toes, squeeze the kneecap, and hold here. Just breathe, shoulders back. Find your balance. Strong legs. And then inhale, slowly lift that right leg up. Keep the toe pointed, keep the legs strong. You're creating about a 45-degree angle between the right and left leg. Then on an inhale, lift that right leg higher, trying to get that leg parallel with the floor. Hold there, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Take a moment standing still, focusing on your breath. Bring your hands to your waist. Point your left toes and bring those toes to the middle of your mat. Squeeze the left kneecap, shoulders over hips. Breath is steady. Strong legs. Find your balance. Then slowly lift that left leg. Keep the toe pointed. Don't lift it all the way just yet. And then slowly lift it as high as you can, working to get that leg in a parallel line with the floor. Hold there, and then exhale. Bring it down and bring the feet back together. Now I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. We're going to move into another balancing pose. This is called tree pose, and we're going to do progressive variation of this pose. You're going to bring the right foot into the left ankle with those right toes on the floor. Your right hand is on your thigh, and you're slightly pushing your knee back to open your hip. After a few breaths with your toes on the floor, bring that right foot up to your calf and bring your hands to heart center, pushing the palms together just like we did a few moments ago. This is a very active, balancing posture. And after several breaths with the foot on the calf, you're going to go ahead and grab that right shin and pull the foot all the way up to the inside of the thigh. Press the palms together, reach your arms up overhead. Move your right knee back to open your hip and press your fingers together. Press your palms together. Feel the arms engaged. This is not a relaxed pose for the hands or the arms. This is an active pose. Bring the belly in. Then exhale, slowly bring the hands back to heart center and release your right leg to the floor. Now let's do the left side. Bring the weight of your body into your right foot and bring your left foot to your right ankle with your knee pointing out to the side. Put a little bit of pressure on that inner thigh with your left hand to open your hip. Stay here and breathe for a few moments, finding a very stable balancing position. Then bring your left foot to your right calf, opening that knee. Press the palms together at heart center, engaging the arms. And then after a few breaths there, grab the left shin, pull the foot all the way up to the inner thigh. Press the palms together and reach your arms up overhead. Again, active arms. A lot of effort is going into pressing those palms and fingers together. You should feel the energy running down your arms, maybe even into your shoulders and upper back. Then bring the hands down to heart center and slowly release the leg, bringing the feet together and the arms to your sides. Now we're going to do some hamstring and hip work. Spread your feet wide so your feet are about underneath your wrists when you reach your arms out to the sides. The feet should be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, look up. Exhale, slowly fold forward and place your hands down onto your mat with your legs straight. Inhale, look forward. And then on an exhale, you're going to slowly bow as deeply as you can into this pose. This is called intense wide foot stretch. You're pushing your hands down and forward into the mat to bring your belly between your thighs. Don't hyperextend your legs. If you need to slightly bend the legs, do so. But even if they're slightly bent, you should be able to engage your quadriceps, lifting the kneecaps, strong legs, so you don't overextend your hamstrings. After several breaths here, you're going to walk your hands forward and inhale, look forward. Exhale there. Inhale, slowly come up with your hands on your waist. And exhale. Now we're going to turn our right foot to the back of the mat, moving into a warrior two. So as you bend that right knee, extend the arms out and look towards your right hand. Ground your left foot. Squeeze the muscles of your arms. Notice how my shoulders are directly over my hips. I'm not leaning forward. I'm not leaning back. I'm stable and steady. Then rest your right forearm on your right thigh with your palm facing up, and take your left arm over your ear and turn to look up towards your left hand. That's side angle pose. Now we're going to transition to the other side. So come back to your warrior two, lifting the torso, extending the arms. And then pivot your feet to the front of your mat, bending into your left knee. Arms are extended, shoulders over hips. Right foot is firmly grounded to the earth, gazing towards that left hand. Then slowly bring your left forearm onto your left thigh with your left palm facing up. Take your right arm up by your ear and gaze up to your hand. Notice the straight line from my right foot to my right hand. This is going to give you a nice side body stretch. Inhale, come back to warrior two, then straighten the legs and extend the arms. Now reach your arms up, press your palms together and look up in this wide foot stretch. Pressing those palms just like we've done in the other postures. And then on an exhale, bring the arms parallel to the floor and release your head. Reach behind your back, interlace your fingers. If you need a strap, you can use a strap or a towel if you can't interlace your fingers behind your back. But you want a nice tight clasp, but using a towel or strap could help give you a better shoulder stretch once we move into this posture. So whether you have the strap or you have your hands interlaced behind your back, you're going to squeeze your shoulders. Inhale, look up. Hold here, stretching through the neck. And then on your next exhale, fold forward and take those hands up off your back. Your goal here is to get those arms parallel with the floor. You want to keep the palms together and the wrists straight. This is extremely important because if your wrists are open, you may overstretch your shoulders, and that's something you don't want to do. Slowly inhale, come up, squeeze the shoulders, look up, and then exhale to a neutral spine. Now let's walk the feet a little closer together, about elbow width apart, if you brought your hands to your waist. And we're going to slowly exhale, fold forward. Bring your fingers to the floor. And walk your hands over to the right side. And bow your head towards your right knee. If you can't get your fingers to the floor, you can always use a block for support. Now we're going to do a gentle twist from here, bringing that left hand down to the floor or on the block, and reach the right arm up and look up. This is a gentle spinal twist, but also a stretch for the legs. Exhale, look down. Release the arm. Bring the hands to the middle. Inhale, look forward. And then we're going to exhale, walk the hands over to the left side, fingertips on the floor, and bow your head to your left knee. Again, if you need to put your hands on a block because your hands don't reach the floor, go ahead and do that. And if you don't have blocks, books also work. place your right hand on the block or on the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the ceiling, taking this twist. You may also feel a stretch in your hips as you do this. Again, we don't want to hyperextend the knees, but we do want the legs straight. So there's a fine line there. Exhale, bring the arm down and come back to center. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Inhale, slowly come back up to standing. Bring your hands to your waist and exhale, bring your feet back together. Bring your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Press your palms together. Drop your head back. Look to your thumbs. Bring the belly in. Lift the kneecaps like you're reaching to the sky, like you're being stretched up, up, up. Now we're going to bring the head between the arms, look forward, interlace your fingers, extend your index fingers, and fold over to your right side, giving your left side body a stretch. Then slowly inhale, come to center, and exhale, go to the left side. Holding there. Then inhale, come to center, and exhale, take a little back bend. Inhale, come to center, and then exhale. We're going to release the fingers and come all the way down to a forward fold with the feet together. Inhale, lift the head, look forward as you reach your fingertips to the earth, straightening your spine. We're going to plant our hands flat on the mat and step back to a high plank position. If you need to drop your knees, go ahead. We're going to slowly lower down into a low plank position, which we call chaturanga, with your chin hovering over the mat. Hold there, and then exhale, release onto your belly. Bring your legs together, point your toes. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide. This is called Sphinx pose. This is a nice upper back bend. Notice how my hips are still on the floor. Everything below my belly button is still on the floor. Heels together, toes together. Point the toes, squeeze the kneecaps, look up, hold. And then exhale, slowly release and make your way back to your hands and knees. Spread your knees wide, bring your feet together. Sit back on your heels in child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. You can stay here, just taking a rest, or bend the elbows, bring your palms together, and take your thumbs to the back of your neck, wiggling your elbows forward to get a nice shoulder stretch here. And then return your focus to the pattern of your breath. Then go ahead and re-extend the arms and make your way back to hands and knees with your knees underneath your hips. Inhale, reach your right arm up and just take 3 circles backward with that right arm, kind of like what we did when we were standing. And then we're going to take 3 forward strokes with that arm. And then release that right hand back down to the mat. Let's do the left side. Reach the left arm forward and do 3 circles backwards. Again, nice and slow. What's your hurry? You want to feel it. And if it doesn't feel good, go a little bit slower, but don't avoid the spaces where there's discomfort. But also don't dig too deep into the places where there is pain. So after 3 backwards and 3 forward spins with the arm, return to the hands and knees. Inhale, sweep your right arm up high, stretch. And then on an exhale, you're going to take your right arm, thread it through that side, and then reach your left arm forward. Now you can stay here, bringing some weight onto that right shoulder. If you'd like to take this pose into a balancing pose, send your left leg back and bring your toes to the back of your mat. Hold here and breathe. Your head is resting on the mat. And then we're going to slowly bring that left knee back down. Place your left hand back near your shoulder and inhale, sweep your right arm back up to the ceiling. Spread your fingers, wiggle those fingers around. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Return to hands and knees. Take a moment. On an inhale, reach your left arm up high. Feel that nice stretch. And then exhale, thread it through the hole. Rest your shoulder and your temple on the mat. Send your right arm forward. Send your right toes back. If you wish, you can stay on your knees if sending those toes back is too much. And then just try to stay still here. Again, returning your focus to your breath. Don't let your mind wander. Go ahead and bring that right hand back and the right knee back down. Inhale, reach your left arm back up to the sky. Spread the fingers, wiggle them around. And then, I forgot to do that, so I'm doing it. And then after you've kind of moved your fingers around, stretch your fingers, you can bring your hands down and come back to hands and knees. Now we're going to walk the hands forward of the shoulders and return to the forearms. Reach the hands forward, then straighten the arms and bring your chin down. Notice how my hips are right over my knees, and then I tuck my toes under. This is called puppy pose. Another great stretch for the upper back and shoulders. After a few breaths in puppy pose, go ahead, bring yourself back up to your hands and knees, sit back on your heels and swing your legs around so you can come into a seated position. Straight legs, feet together, flex your feet, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, roll your shoulder blades back towards each other and bring your chin down to your chest. Legs are strong, staff or stick posture. Then on an exhale, walk your hands forward and grab your big toes with your peace fingers. That's your index and middle finger. And if you can't reach your big toes, go ahead and use that towel or strap. See how I'm rounding my back? You don't want to do that. I'm just showing you what you don't want to do. You want to keep a nice straight spine. You want to bring your chest forward. Try to bend your elbows if you can, using your biceps to pull you into a deeper forward fold. Go as deeply as you can. Try to work your elbows to the floor and then bow your face into your legs, resting your belly on your thighs. Then inhale, lift your head, look up, and exhale, go a little bit deeper. You can take your hands on top of your feet with your toes touching your wrists. You can go deeper with the strap, or you can interlace your fingers around the bottoms of your feet. That would be the deepest variation. And again, belly to the thighs, face into the shins. Lift the kneecaps. Make sure the heels stay on the floor. You don't want those heels lifting up off the floor. The feet are flexed, so the toes are working towards the head. Feel the spine lengthening. Imagine you're creating space between each and every vertebrae, from the neck all the way down to the tailbone. Then after several breaths in your forward fold, inhale, come on up. And you're going to bring your right foot into your left thigh so your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Your left leg is straight, your left foot is flexed. This is called head to knee posture. You're going to inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, square your shoulders, and exhale, fold forward over the left leg, again, bending the elbows to the floor. If you need to use a strap because you cannot reach that foot, that's fine. Use that strap. But if you can, grab the bottom of the foot and pull. Reach the crown of your head towards your foot. Stretch through that left leg and keep that right sits bone on the ground. Inhale, slowly come up, and exhale, straighten the legs. Bring your left foot into your right thigh so your legs are at a 90-degree angle. Inhale, sweep your arms up, interlace your fingers. Now switch the grip of the interlace, probably the one that's not as comfortable for you. Exhale, square your shoulders and fold over your right leg. Again, working your head to your foot. Your right foot should be flexed, trying to get your elbows to touch the floor, breathing deeply. And then inhale, lift the head, release the pose, and exhale, straighten your left leg. Now you may need that blanket or towel again for this next pose. You can sit on that blanket. You can also sit on a pillow if you need to. We're going to do our hip openers, bound ankle pose. So bring the thumbs to the arches of your feet, press your elbows into your thighs, and start to fold forward, trying to keep your spine as straight as possible. Relax those inner thighs. We're not rounding the back here. We're reaching the chin forward and we're pushing into those inner thighs. But your inner thighs and hips don't want to go. So you have to talk to them and tell them to relax. And maybe your knees will move a little closer to the floor. It might only be a millimeter, but progress is progress. Keep lengthening until you can't lengthen anymore, and then slowly bow your head to the floor. Inhale, come all the way back up. And spread your legs wide. If this is too much on the backs of your knees, you can also put a towel underneath your knees. But you want to try to get your legs down to the floor. You don't want your knees bent. You want them straight. Flex your feet. You can also use a block to rest your forearms on if you need it. Squeeze your kneecaps, engage your quadriceps, bring your belly in. You're going to hinge from your hips. Again, we don't want to round the back. We want the thigh or the femur to stay where it is, and we want the hips and the torso to rotate forward. You can rest those forearms on a block as you fold deeper. If you don't need a block, just put your hands on the floor and just keep walking your hands more forward with every exhale. That's Curry, my dog. He loves yoga. And he's always by my side whenever I'm teaching. After a few breaths there, you're going to bring yourself back up. And now we're going to make our way to our back. So bring your legs together, extend your arms, and slowly roll on down to your back. Now, again, if you need that strap, you can also use a towel here. Go ahead and wrap the strap around the bottom of your right foot. If you're more flexible and you don't need that strap, you can just grab your right big toe with the peace fingers of your right hand. Again, notice how my legs are straight. My left foot is flexed, my right foot is flexed, and I'm pulling on that foot. You can use both hands to pull on the foot. You can hold the toe. You can use one hand if it's easy for you. And we're working the shin towards the face. Notice how my left leg is straight. We want to keep that left leg straight, almost like we're doing a flying split. Then release the leg, and we're going to move into what we call a sleeping pigeon. You're going to take your right foot into the left elbow crease, and your right elbow crease wraps around your knee. Make sure that right foot is flexed. You don't want it pointed. You don't want to stretch your ankle here. We want the ankle engaged. Lift up and look over your shin, trying to look at your left toes. You can also hold the foot with your left hand and your knee with the right hand if you can't get your arms around your shin, if you're not that flexible in your hips. There's always a modification for every pose. All right, release that right leg down, flex the right foot, right leg is straight, wrap the strap around the left foot, squeeze the left kneecap. Again, you can hold the foot or use the strap, pull the leg toward your face like a flying split or a reverse, or what we call sleeping splits, Supta Hanumanasana. Good. Strong engaged legs as you stretch into these hamstrings. Hold. Go a little bit deeper. And then on your exhale, release. Go ahead and cradle that left shin in towards the chest. Keep the right foot flexed. Lift up. Look towards your right big toe. Pulling that shin towards your chest. There's a little bit of ab work going on here in this posture. Good. And then you're going to exhale. Release the head down. And you can release your legs to the floor. We're going to bend the knees, bringing the heels next to the hips. You can also stick a block underneath your sacrum. You can do it flat, you can do it horizontally like I'm showing here. But if you don't need that block, you don't need to use it. You want to try to bring your hands to your heels or grab your ankles. Notice how my spine is naturally arched. We're going to inhale, lift up. This is called bridge pose. Lift your chin away from your chest. If you can, interlace your fingers underneath you. Press your arms down, ground through the arches of your feet. Now you can't see my feet here because Curry's in the way, but my feet are parallel. My toes are not pointing off the side of my mat. Exhale, lower down, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a moment. And then exhale, bring the feet back down, grab the heels or the ankles, press down and lift up into another bridge pose. Lift the chin away from the chest and breathe. And then exhale, slowly lower down and hug your knees into your chest. Good, and let's do that one more time. Bring the feet down, feet about hip width, grab the ankles or heels. Inhale, press down, lift up, lift the chin away from the chest. Press the shoulder blades and arms down into the mat. Hold, and exhale, slowly lower down, and then bring your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Give that back a little massage. From here, we're going to bring the bottoms of the feet together. Place your hands on your belly. Let your shoulder blades lie flat. You're going to feel a natural arch in your back. So the middle of your back is not going to be touching the mat. And we're going to breathe into the belly. So close your eyes. As you inhale, feel the belly lift. As you exhale, feel the belly drop. As you inhale through the nose, feel the belly lift. And exhale, feel the belly drop. Inhale, feel that belly expand as the hands lift. And exhale, feel the hands lower. And then after a few breaths there, you're going to extend your legs out long, spreading your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms down by your sides, turn your palms up. Let your body be completely relaxed. This is our resting posture we call Shavasana. And you can stay here for the next few moments. I thank you for joining me today in this Restore and Refocus yoga class for athletes. I hope to see you again in class. Please like and subscribe and share with anybody you know that would benefit from this class. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.